Hey guys, it's Chris from HeadwayRocket, and today I'm going to show you how we created the third segment of our Duke admissions block demo. So in the previous examples we created the first and second sections, and now we're going to start with the statistics one. So we'll pop over to Headway, and as you can see, there's the two block instances. We're going to just go ahead and add a third one. Select the features block, save, onto the manage tab, and you'll see we've got the default block output. So we're just going to click on the configure icon to bring up the options panel. So the example uses 4 columns with 1 row, so a total of 4 features. So we're going to just change the number of columns to 4 and the number of features from 6 to 4. You'll see the save and reload message pop up, but we're going to just quickly configure the rest of the block output before we save. So in this example, we're not using the feature description. It may look like it in the finished product, but we'll explain how we achieved that result a little bit further on. So for now, I'm going to just disable the description, and for the feature image, we're going to just change it from resize to none, as the images are already the correct dimensions. So we can just go ahead and save and then reload the page. So now that we have the structure in place, you can see we've got the base. Actually, I'm just going to quickly remove the description. And so there you have it. Okay, so I've added the content. As you can see, I've added the content image, the feature image, and titles. You'll notice with the feature title, I'm wrapping the actual stat with a strong tag. The reason for that is we've added a hook in the design mode. So when you add a strong or span tags to your feature title, you'll automatically be able to style them from within Headway. In this example, we're actually using the strong tag to have a hook to be able to create this differential styling. The original demo actually had 2 separate headings to achieve the same result, but when I was creating the demo, it didn't really make sense as it's all part of the same sentence. So rather than using the smaller text as a feature description, I opted to just break it up using the strong and then just change with CSS. If anybody was browsing the site with CSS disabled, or how search engines would actually see the content, they would see this as one sentence rather than 2 separate headings. So as you can see, the strong tag closes and then the rest of it carries on. The feature image, nothing really. It was just a case of uploading them and selecting them, and that's pretty much it. We can head over to the design tab now, and we can start adding the last few sort of CSS tweaks to get it looking like the demo. Okay, so the first thing that we want to do is just change the title. We're going to just change the font family to Helvetica, and then we're going to change the color, just make it darker, and reduce the font size. I'm just setting it to 24 pixels. Then we want to get the feature list item, which is essentially the container that wraps around each of the features, and we're going to just center that so that we have the text centered below the image. So I'm going to just change the alignment to center, and you'll see that automatically adjusts. And then we're also going to just change the font family again to Helvetica. So now you see we've still got the text displaying all as one row. So as you see, it's actually highlighting the feature title strong. So that's the strong tag when used in the feature title. So we're going to just increase the font size to 70 pixels, and then we're going to change the font color to 111, which is just an off black. And then we also want to set the line height to 100%. Okay, so we'll just get this out the way and then save our changes. So as you can see, it's coming together. It's not quite right yet. We've done everything we can do in Headway. We're going to use just 2 lines of CSS to pull the last few bits together. I'm going to just quickly pause the video while I grab the CSS. Okay, so I've copied the CSS snippet to my clipboard, and I've opened the live CSS just by clicking on the bottom left icon and then live CSS. So we've got that. I'm just going to paste the snippet in. So all we're doing here is, actually the ID is 5 now. All we're doing here is we're just targeting the strong tag in the feature title, but we're prefixing it with the dynamic block class, which as we've used before. In this case, the block ID is 5, so it's just 5 at the end. And so what we're doing with the strong is we're just setting it to display block, and that'll then clear the text from floating up to the right. And then the last thing that we've done is just set float none on the feature image. The reason for that is just so that it's centered and not left aligned. And that is pretty much it. Hope you enjoyed it. The next video will be tackling the final section of the Duke Admissions demo.